You know, it seems like the entire world is obsessed with losing weight. But what if that's not your problem? What if you're on the other side of the coin, struggling to put weight on? Well, today we're doing a complete masterclass on how to gain weight, and we're going to make it so simple you'll get it instantly. Does this sound like you? You're that person your friends are kind of jealous of. You can smash a whole pizza, down a milkshake, eat whatever you want, and the number on the scale just never moves. It's incredibly frustrating, right? It feels like you're fighting a losing battle with your own body. And this is always the first thing people say, isn't it? Oh, you're so lucky, you must have a super fast metabolism. It's treated like this magical genetic gift. But what if I told you that's almost definitely not the real reason you're not gaining weight? Okay, let's just get right into it and bust this myth, because this whole fast metabolism thing is probably the biggest roadblock in your way. To actually understand how to build your body up, we first have to understand how your body's engine really works. So when scientists actually get people in a lab and measure their metabolic rates, how much energy their bodies burn just by existing, they find something, well, kind of shocking. That huge gap we all imagine between a slow metabolism and a fast one, it's tiny. It barely even exists. So just how tiny are we talking? For most people of about the same size, the difference between the absolute fastest metabolism and the slowest is only about 200 to 300 calories a day. That's it. That's literally a muffin, or, a couple of handfuls of nuts. It is absolutely not enough to explain why some people struggle so much to gain weight. And here's the real mind bender. It's the exact opposite of what most people think. A bigger body needs more energy just to run. Think about it. More cells to maintain, more mass to move around. So heavier people actually have faster metabolisms. Your fast metabolism isn't the problem. So what is? The real reason you're not gaining weight is actually really simple. And from this moment on, I want you to completely forget the word metabolism. Instead, I want you to think of your body as a construction project, a house that you are trying to build. This one shift in thinking changes everything. So think about it. To build a house, what do you need? At the most basic level, you need two things. First, you need the materials, the bricks, the wood, the cement. For your body, that's the food you eat. And second, you need the workers, the construction crew, to actually put it all together. If you're missing one of those two things, guess what? No construction happens. So before we do anything else, we have to talk about the golden rule, the one non-negotiable law of physics in all of this. You must have enough materials delivered to the construction site. This is called a caloric surplus. It just means you have to eat more energy than your body is using every single day, period. Here's another way to think about it that makes it super clear. Your body's energy is like a bank account. Food is a deposit, just living, breathing, walking around, those are withdrawals. If you want your savings, which is your body weight, to go up, your deposits have to be bigger than your withdrawals. If you think you're eating a ton but not gaining weight, the math doesn't lie. You're just not making a big enough deposit. Okay, so we've got it. We need a surplus of materials. But you wouldn't build a strong brick house out of styrofoam and glue, right? You need the right materials for the job. So let's talk about what those are. You really need to focus on two main things. First, you need the bricks. This is your protein. It's the literal physical stuff your muscle tissue is built from. No protein, no new muscle. Easy. Second, you need fuel for your workers. This is where carbohydrates come in. Carbs are the energy that lets your construction crew do the hard work of building. All right, so let's imagine the scene. You've got a mountain of bricks delivered to the site. You've got giant tanks of fuel ready to go, but the construction crew is just sitting around, taking a nap. Nothing's gonna get built. We need to wake them up and give them something to do. This is the signal. Lifting heavy weights is like the project foreman blowing a whistle and screaming, "Get to work!" It sends a powerful message to your body that says, hey, the structure we have right now isn't strong enough to handle this. Take all these materials we've been eating and build something stronger. If you don't send this signal, your body just stores those extra materials as fat. I love this saying because it just nails it. The hard work you do in the gym, the lifting, it gives the carbs you eat purpose. It tells them where to go. They're not just extra energy anymore. They're targeted fuel for building muscle. Now this is where most people who call themselves hard gainers get stuck. You know you need to eat more, but you physically feel like you cannot stomach another single bite. Your own appetite becomes the biggest enemy. So here's the secret weapon. Drink your calories. Your stomach has limited space, and solid food fills it up fast and sends strong, "I'm full" signals to your brain. But liquids, they sneak right past those signals. It is infinitely easier to drink a 500-calorie smoothie with milk, oats, and peanut butter than it is to force feed yourself another huge solid meal. This is the ultimate hack. Okay, you did it. You delivered the materials, you woke up the workers, and they put in a hard day's work. But the most important part of building the house actually happens after the crew goes home for the day. This is a huge concept people miss. You don't get bigger in the gym. The gym is where you create the reason for growth. You're actually breaking down muscle fibers. The real building, the repair, the construction that makes you bigger and stronger happens when you are resting, specifically when you're asleep. This is your goal every single night. During deep sleep, your body releases powerful growth hormones. This is when the crew comes in to take all those bricks and all that fuel you ate and actually builds the muscle. If you only get 5 hours of sleep, it's like sending half your construction crew home before the job is even close to being done. So as we wrap this all up, your whole mindset needs to shift. You are not a hard gainer. You are not a victim of your metabolism. You are the project manager of your body's construction site. You're the one in charge. And here it is, your simple 4-step blueprint. Number 1, create a surplus. Eat more than you burn. Number 2, get the right materials, protein and carbs. Number 3, send the signal by lifting weights. And number 4, let the building actually happen by sleeping 8 hours. That's the whole game. And this is really what it all comes down to. This isn't about genetics or luck, it's about execution. So stop telling yourself the story that you can't gain weight and start asking yourself, am I being a good project manager? Are the materials on site? Did the workers get their instructions? Am I giving them enough time to build? So I'll leave you with this. Take a hard look at that 4-step blueprint. Where's the weak link in your project? What is the one simple change you are going to make this week to start being a better project manager for your body?